Singaila,
Dagjus,
Lance.
Isgin, Kimdika,
Uh, Bonjour, Hoots Kadangas, comment ça va aujourd'hui?
Dilagang, Sanudang, Sidang.
Je veux très bien. Merci beaucoup.
Perfect.
So we could say lagen, it's fine for you're welcome. We could, this is the one I use the most. Um, Kin wat luan lagen. Like if someone says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm late for class." Heck, I don't care. I'm going to say, "Kin wat luan lagen." It's all good. It also means no worries. It also means no problem. So I use this one a lot. It's all good. No worries. No problem. And then we just have to remember that it could be used for you're welcome. The third one, gun he um, Huda Hung. That should be it. This one is the closest one to the Spanish donada. This means think nothing of it. Guns he kuda think nothing of it. I should do phonetics on this one. Um, guns he
Good.
kuda un. Guns he kuda un. Think nothing of it. So these are the three. Singai la giskin.
Singaila, Dagjus.
Okay, we're going to go around the room practicing these three. Uh, these have multiple uses. Um, Gunki Gudaang, that's actually one of the closest ones to you're welcome. So may not have as many multiple uses. Um, Lagan, Kinwatron Lagan, multiple uses. Um,
I think I read somewhere um, who Lagang. Think it was to be all right.
oh, we use,
Who?
we can't use it for you're welcome, but we do say who Lagan a lot um, for that's good. You
Okay,
guys
so
have
something to
heard
be all
me.
right. Okay, okay.
Sorry?
It's for something to be all right, not someone.
Um, yeah, not someone. Um, who Lagan, that's, oh, I meant to say that's good. I say it a lot in class, hulagan, uh, after someone does good pronunciation. or good work. Hulagan is used a lot for praise, like a compliment. You did good. Um, the other way is, whoops, Lungul, Lungula, um, um, good job. Um, and then we could add very to that, and it would mean really good job or great job. And so that's very, but we're going to conjugate it with gun. Um, yeah. Um,
So in the phrase haya, haya is a verb.
it's a verb.
Okay.
It's one of our varies, meaning very or a lot. Um, there's a few of them. Um, there's also Hustlong. In Masset, they don't pronounce the underlined G, so it just sounds like Ustlong. That's another very. Um, Plea is not very, but I have an example right here. It's more like sure. Plea Aya Singai Lasa. Gee, the weather sure is nice today. So that one's more like sure. I should take that off. Um, Let me look into dictionary. Um, oh, um, Quan. Quan is another very or a lot. Quan is more of like a quantifier. We also have
G3.
Houstelier. Sorry.
I will write it in the chat. Oh, sorry. G H.
Okay, let me see. Where is chat? Here it is. Oh, Hushli. In our dialect, it would be Justli, sorry. Um, yes, Justli is another very. So we have Hustla, which would be Hustlong in current. Quan, Hustle, Hagui. This one, it has other uses, but it's most famous for being used like this. Awas Hagui U, meaning a very long time ago. A lot of Haida stories start with these three words. And the elders would really pour their spirit into this phrase a very long time ago. Um, and the elder taught me, I said it without pouring my spirit into it. I said, Awash Agui um, and it was Nani Alma, and he didn't say no, you're doing it wrong, you're saying it wrong. He didn't say let me correct you. He just said it the way it was supposed to be said, enunciated, um, louder, and with pouring your spirit into it. So she said, Awash Hagui U. And in my naivete, I was thinking, yeah, that's what I said. And then we were in a language conference via Zoom with Hawaiians and indigenous people from around the world. And they had many, many workshops. You could jump in whatever workshop you wanted to. And there was one on pouring your spirit into the language. And then the light bulb finally came on. I realized what Nani Alma was doing those years ago. She was teaching me to pour my spirit into language instead of saying empty words. Um, so yeah, just Lee, just Lee. I like this one. Um, you know, when we ask each other, Sunadan Hayden, and we say Dilagan, the traditional response.
Mhm.
Well, I wanted to say that I was doing great. I didn't want to say Dilagan. So I started saying Dila Justigan. Um, I'm doing great. Um, and let me put Alia here. Um, so we have lots of different ways of saying that we're doing great. Um, we could say they all start with Dunglaw. Oh, not Dunglaw. That's you are doing great. um, the uh,
Oopsie.
yeah. Dila Hawiagan. I'm also means I'm also doing great. Um, the La uh, Ustlan. I'm doing great. And then we have the one that's not in the dictionary, the Li Qua is, which means couldn't be better. Yeah, boy, I can't type today, and I still can't type. Couldn't be better. Galigua is. So there is a few different ways of saying very. Um, I'm going to backtrack now. I'm going to go back to protocol. And then I started thinking, what if I was thrown into an immersion circle? What would I say? So I thought of these 4 lines. So we'll get back to this morning routine. Um, Also, in Canada today is National Indigenous Languages Day. So we're going to talk about that and um, and go over some Haida poetry. Okay, here's our class prayer and our greeting. Now I got to bring up the Haida Nation anthem. Here it is. Okay, you know the drill. Tlajug Gya Usla. All rise for the Haida Nation anthem. Yo ho we, yo ho we, hey hi yo, how we, hey hi yo, how we, we, yo ho we, yo ho we, hey hi yo, how we, hey hi yo, how we, ah, we, yo ho we, yo ho we, hey hi yo, how we, hey hi yo, how we, we, ah, we, we. How you may be seated. This song, of course, could also be ended with we, yo. Let's go to class prayer and class greeting. And in the meantime, I'll do the class prayer and class greeting. Keep in mind of something that you would like to say in a Xaad Kil immersion group. It doesn't have to be in Haida, it could be in English, and then we could translate it. O Sangsanawai, O Sanan Itlaktas, O Salana, Hugin Sudas, Kasint Itlanga Gudang. Have pity on what we are saying. Aji Singayan, Halam Kilt Lagan. We thank you for this day. Ayat Achan Ichku, Kajkit Sangdalanga, Halam Kilt Lagan. We thank you for gathering us here today. Hugin Talangas Das, Eat Kashlight. Whatever we're about to do, help us. The Mantalan is the Ana, so that we could do it right. How Sin Sanawai, how Sanan Itlaktas, how Salana, Kun Anch Ida. Class greeting, Kitidasa, Halala Isis, Ditolan, Atlan Anas de Gunailagan, Dalan Itza Seish de Gunailagan, Dalan Eish and the Hangilgan, Ayat Kilan Kalangskatan, Dalan Kil Lagan, Yahawa U, Xaad Kil Class. Greetings, good people, my friends, my family. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that you guys have come. I'm honored with your presence. Today we're learning our language. I thank you guys. Thanks a lot. Let's learn Haida. Okay, we're going to go back to the morning routine. And keep in mind, you're thinking of something that you would like to say in Haida. If you're in a Xaad Kil immersion group and maybe you have butterflies, are not sure what to say, um, if you can't think of something in Xaad Kil, think of it in English and we will translate it. Okay, we will um, go around the room. Um, um, at least half of these you've heard before.
Mhm.
Half of them are from the class greeting that I just gave. This second one's done. Dalang HD Hangilgan. I am pleased to see you folks. Notice that's just one word difference from this one. Dalang HD Hangilgan. I'm honored with your folks' presence. Um, we haven't practiced this one, so this one's new, even though it's just one small word difference. Um, this one we might have done when it comes to weather conversation. Kli aya singai lasa. Um, I threw in G because we could take that liberty. You don't have to. Um, if you want a straightforward translation, it would be the weather sure is nice today. And I also threw in for conversation Gusu Ayat Dangastaya, which we've had this one before. This one's not anything new. We'll go around the room practicing these phrases. Again, keep in mind of a phrase that you would like to say in Haida. If you don't know how to say it in Haida, you could tell it to us in English and we'll translate it. Okay. The lunch, Kingzay, the good night, log, and so we have the HL rule. Whatever word comes before the HL blend, that's got to be pronounced with it. So instead of the lung, we have the lunch, the lunch, the lunch, the lunch, Kingzay, the good night, log, and I'm happy to see you folks. The lunch, Kingzay, the good night, Lagen, Kindika,
Zolang in safety guten Lagen.
Ulagen, Hoots Kadangas, Dashwekusu,
Dalangs Kings is the Gudangai Lagan.
Hulagen, Giskin,
Dalang King's Egg, die good night, Lagen.
Hulagen, how, okay, next one is gonna sound familiar. As you can see, we just omitted this little tiny word. and we get a slightly different phrase. Dalang eich di hangilgan. I'm going to do a little bit of phonetics. Dalang eich di hangilgan. Dalang eich di hangilgan. Let me check my spelling. I think I have a tone mark in the wrong spot. One way to find out. No, it's in the right spot. Okay. I'm going to highlight this. Dalang HD Hangilgan. Dalang HD Hangilgan. Dalang HD Hangilgan. Indika
Lunch is the hung elga.
Hang Hulagan. Houts Kadangas.
Dalang als die ilgang.
Hang how Iskin.
Dalang ich die Hangelgang.
Hang. Now we're going to take that same phrase and we're just going to pronounce this un right in the middle. And I'll change it to I'm honored with your folks' presence. Dalang eich andi hangelgan. Dalang eich andi hangelgan. So if you need phonetics, just use up here and throw in an un before you go into di hangelgan. Dalang eich andi hangelgan. Indika.
The long ace uned hung ilgan.
Ang. Hoots kadangas.
Dalang als die angilgang.
Except for
Oh, sorry.
we're doing this one actually, and so we need un in the middle. Dalang
Dalang
andi
dalang il handi halgangang.
hangilgang.
Hangelgang.
How kiskin.
Dalang ich an die Hangelgang.
Okay, this is our last phrase before we go around the. Oh wait, we do have one more after this, and then we're gonna go around the room asking what phrase you would like to say. Kli aya singai lasa. Gee, the weather sure is nice today. Kli aya singai lasa. Kli aya singai lasa. Indika.
Li aya funge la lasa.
Hoots kadangas.
Li ayat sangai slas a.
Iskin.
Lee ayat sing I lost
Ang. Okay. This is our last phrase before we go around the room asking what phrase you would like to say. Gusu aya dungus daya. Remember, these two are going to be pronounced as one word. Gusu aya dung is daya. Gusu aya dungus daya. Kindika.
Husu aya dung istaya.
Hulagan. Hoots kadangas.
Gusu hayat dang is daya.
Ang hulagan. Kiskin.
Gusu aya dung istaya.
Ang hulagan. Kindika, which phrase would you like to say if you were in a Haida language circle?
Uh, well, I don't know. I've been spending the last few minutes practicing these words with my thing off. So I'm learning Haida or I'm new to Haida, maybe something like that.
Okay. Hulagan. So that would be hot kilf skatong. And I am going to type the phonetics. Hot kilf skatong. I am learning Haida. This is also the same exact phrase for saying I'm um, I'm a Haida language scholar. Same exact phrase.
I don't think I'd want to say that.
No, no, no. You don't have to choose this translation. It's optional.
Well, I mean, I'm not a
Wadu.
scholar. I wouldn't want to give that impression.
um, you would just, if you had to translate, you would just say, "I'm learning Haida." Hot kilf skatong. Hot kilf skatong. Hot kilf skatong. Hot kilf skatong. Hindi ka.
Hot kilt song.
Ang hulagan. Hertz kadangas.
Haskell Katang.
Ang kiskin.
Akil kitang.
Ang hulagan. Uh, Hertz kadangas. What phrase would you like to say?
Sorry, I was looking at a dictionary. There is no underline. It's underline K for scarata. No.
Um, oh yeah, yeah. It's supposed to be underlined and pinched. It's supposed to be like that.
Okay.
My bad. It's what we call a loaded K. It's underlined and has a glottal stop.
I have a
So
good
I'm
teacher.
glad you caught that. Yeah, that was a typo.
I like ordering some food. Like, can I get some coffee,
Oh yeah.
a beer?
Okay. We have that in this Google database. Gosh, we actually, it's in one of my brand new stories. We had I had a hot kill workshop this weekend. Heel did, and I made a bunch of books.
You write so much stories.
And yeah, I like to try to write stories because, especially like this, where it has a bunch of scripted conversation. And I actually took the one of the two guys at the airport. I stole most of that conversation, but these are uh, these are two boys, like 11 and 12, and so we don't have questions like, you know, where do you work at and stuff like that. Um, so this one is Charlie, And this one is Johnny. And he says, tomorrow I'll be playing basketball. Um, but
You're
there
too
is the
young to order coffee.
phrase. There's a phrase, I'm ordering the food in here, and we could also make, yeah, I'm ordering a beer or I'm ordering a coffee. Okay, right here.
Oh, okay.
I will order the food. Um, let's take this one and make a few. Well, um, we will take this and we will make it present tense. I'm ordering the food, and then we'll do one. I'm ordering coffee, and we'll do one. I'm ordering beer. Um, I like doing new phrases like this right off the cuff. Um, it's always good to have more curriculum. Let's see, I got post it right here. Let me take away the present tense, I mean the future, and replace it with present. I am ordering the food. If you want to say I'm ordering some food, tawa would just become tao. Tao, wa, wa, and hanjuda make up the verb ordering, to order. So it takes both of these words to make that one verb. And let me double check my conjugation. Um, there's different hanjudas. There's also one to send. Oh, that's because this one starts with glottal stop WA. Yep, it's on the last page, 478, before the dictionary goes into English. And I have the wrong conjugation. This is why I'm looking. It changes to hanjudan. So that's I'm ordering the food, and this is I'm ordering some food, or I'm ordering some food. Okay, now let's say I'm ordering a beer and then coffee. Beer, there is, we have hidden jargon for it. It's bia.
Easy.
So we start with um, bia. Bia. So you can see the
Yeah.
format. Whatever you're ordering comes first, then and then the verb to order. So that is the format. And we could use past tense, present, and future. We could also use story past. Keep in mind that story past isn't always about something that happened hundreds of years ago. Story past, we could also use when we weren't physically there to witness it. Um, you might have heard it from a third party, and so we use story past in that sense as well. Okay, so biash wa hanjudang. Now this could be either I'm ordering beer, or maybe you are also buying some beer for your buddies, and it would be I'm ordering some beer. I will put that. I will just add it because it means both. Okay, now we start with Hunkin coffee. Hunkin wa, and then we'll go around the room practicing all these new phrases. This one could be I'm ordering a coffee. If you're buying more than one, I'm ordering some coffee. If you want to use the coffee, then
Add
you have to
S.
use the definitive, which would be hunkanai. But that sounds strange. I'm ordering the coffee. Um, okay. So who's Kadonas? You have to say all these phrases. um, um,
Sorry.
I think you should
Tao
say it like an
Wai.
Inspector Clouseau.
Tao Wai Hua Hun, like a waitress saying hun. Dong Tao Wai Hua Hun Judong. Yeah. Okay. Um, so there's no need for me to do phonetics on all of these. You could see that the verb is pronounced wa hanjudang. Okay. So I'll say this a couple times more and we'll go around. We'll start with Hoots Kadangas, go around the room. Pawai wa hanjudang. Pawai wa hanjudang. So this is the breakup right here. You start with the noun, the pronoun, and then you could come up for air and go into the big long verb. Pawai wa hanjudang. Hoots
Oh,
Kadangas.
sorry. Tawais. Wa. Anjodong.
Okay, now say this one. Tao wa hanjudang.
Taals. Wa. Anjodong.
Biash. I gotta be careful how I pronounce that. Wa hanjudang.
Bigas. Wa. Anjodong.
Because
Again.
don't the youngsters say biatch? That's why I was trying to be careful.
You're right.
Hunkin wa hanjudang.
Genkan? Genkan?
Hunkin, it has a
Oh,
strong
sorry.
H
Hunk,
sound.
yeah.
Hunkin,
Hanskan.
Hunkin, because of the HL follows it. So
Hunkin.
these two have to be pronounced as one word. So instead of hunkin, it becomes hunkin, hunkin.
Hankins. Hankins. Wow. Anjodong.
Hulagen. Okay, let's go back to the top. Indika, we have Tawai Wa Hanjudang.
Foul life swap, Punjudong.
Hulagen. Next one is Tau Wa Hanjudang.
Foul Wa Hunjudong.
Hulagen. We have Bias Wa Hanjudang.
Yeah, Wa Hunjudong.
Let me scroll down a little bit further. And then we
Hunkineth
have
Wa Hunjudong.
you beat me to it. Hulagen.
I'm sorry.
No, no. In Wadlawan Lagan, it's all good. Geeskin. Let me go back to the top, Geeskin, to the beginning right here. Are you there, Geeskin? You might have stepped away. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, there you are. Giske and Dashway Gusu. Nope. Okay. Da-da-da. 12:47 already. I seem like I just got started. Okay, let's practice. There's like 4 different ways of saying I'm doing great. And this isn't all of them, but it's quite a bit. Oh, there you are, Geeskin. Um, uh,
When you
Josh,
gotta
wait.
go, you gotta go.
Yeah. Dafway Gusu, Kawashwa, Hanjudan.
Tawai Wa Hunjudong.
Then we have Tawwa Hanjudan,
Tau Wa Hunjudong.
Biyashwa Hanjudan.
Bia Wa Hunjudong.
One more, Hunkin,
Hunkin Wa Hunjudong.
Hulagan, Hawa. And then before we get to I'm doing great, Geeskin, what phrase would you like to say?
I need gumboots.
Oh, okay. Perfect. We have the framework for that. Um, is gumboots. Um, and then we add a G, and then a U, ta, kudi, gudungung. So, it's like ta, gu, di, gu, dung, dung. I want some gumboots. There's other verbs for want. This one is the framework we use for when we want something to eat or drink. Ta gudi gudangan. Ha gudi gudangan. Giskin.
Ah, Gudi Gudangang.
On. Huts kadangas.
Tagu di gudangang.
On. Kendika.
Tagu, igu, gang.
On. Ta gudi gudangan. It almost rhymes because
Yeah,
we have two goos here. Ta gudi gudangan.
yeah. We all want the goo. Let's see. Tagudi gudungan.
On.
Mm.
Hulagan. Okay, let me see here. We did morning routine. We're not going to be able to get to everything. Hoots Cadenas already saw this in another class, but I spoke about wanting to find the height of constellations. And so here is the story as told by Chief Henry Edenshaw of Massa and Clinquan. Once a man went out hunting. On the way, he saw a canoe load of people paddling about in the air. They pursued him, and he took refuge behind a tree. They came around the tree, and he fled to another. After he'd done this many times, he became tired, and when they got over him, pressed the end of his bow against the bottom of their canoe and upset it. Then the canoe people struggled about in the air as if it were water for a time, and finally sank out of sight. Their bailer floated up into the sky and became the Pleiades. The board on which the skins were stretched became the bowl of the Great Dipper, and the roasting stick became another constellation, perhaps the belt of Orion, which makes sense because the belt of Orion is in a perfectly straight line. And and of course we our boards which we stretched our furs on. That's what they're talking about here. And then the roasting stick. They're not talking about a little, roasting a marshmallow stick. They're talking a big stick that you would roast a bear's head on. Um, okay, wanted to go over that. I want to go to our ancestors' poem because today is National Indigenous Language Day, March 31st, 2025. It's in Canada, but Indigenous people here in the US are embracing it as well. Okay, I want to find, there's a lot of sacred phrases in here, our precious phrases. I want to get to, uh, this is poetry. We're going to have to come back to this. Right here. This is my phrase for today. I put it on Facebook in a couple of different spots. Um, this phrase, eat Kunisi, our ancestors taught me. Um, yeah, I was walking down the hallway in this house. I was preparing for a presentation on Haida language revitalization at SHI in Juneau. I was walking down the hallway. I opened my mouth to speak Haida, but I had no idea what was coming out of my mouth. And out came out of my mouth that the ancestors taught me was this phrase, Ik Kilan Palanskatan. We are learning our indigenous languages. Ik Kilan, our indigenous languages. Kalan, we, Skatan, are learning. So we are learning our indigenous languages. Let me do a little bit of phonetics. Ik, Kilan, Kalan, Katan. Ik, Kilan, Palang, Skatan. We are learning our indigenous languages. Ik, Kilan, Palang, Skatan. Indika, Kashway Kusu,
Ilang, Palang, Skatong.
On, Hulagan, Iskin,
Ich, ich kilong talong skatong.
On, Hulagan, Hoots, Kadangas,
Il, kilang, talang, skatang.
On, how mm-hmm. Okay, I want to go to some more Haida poetry. Wow, you must have really asked it. Okay, I want this phrase without the new year. Bear with me as I try to copy and paste it. Copy. Hope I got it. There. We're going to paste it into morning routine. We're going to scroll all the way towards the end. Let me fix this. Hang on. Dan gudak unsetwa dan di quaget aoyagan. I just want you to know that I'm very proud of you. Although I should have this in plural
Few
in
folds.
both places. I just want you to know that I'm very proud of you. All right. So let me redo it. Hingan dalang gudak unsitwa dalang di quaget aoyagan. I just want you to know that I'm very proud of you guys. Okay, we are out of time. I gotta make a note that We never did get to do the I'm doing very good phrases in morning routine. And we got to go back to the height of poetry because there's lots of good stuff in both of those. Okay, let me hit stop share. Son Shlunasa, Dylan Wajwan King Song. I'll see all you guys on Wednesday. Sing I laugh. Have a good day, you guys. Out
Douglas.
out